This Chainsaw Man figure really showed how an improvement can change a figure for what it is. So basically back in March 23, 2025, we got a bit of a sneak peek of the new figure, and after some time of waiting, we got our first promo pics of the figure. And yes, I was excited whenever this figure actually got shown. And the accessories were the same, but just without the ties this time. Kinda needed this figure because mine kind of got destroyed in the process. Not from me, but yeah. And here is the packaging, which I think is really much more cooler than the original box was. Here's the side of the box, the other side of the box, and then the top of the box, and also the bottom of the box, and giving a display of what this figure can do with his range of articulation. And when getting this figure out of the box, this is really an amazing paint job they did with this new re-release, which I think they captured the design of Chainsaw Man from reze arc really nicely from what is to be 2D, I guess you could say, but not really. And this version is probably based off where he was going to fight against Reze on the beam, which I think is the most peakest scene of the movie. And even while posing, his articulation is phenomenal, and I mean it. This is literally 10 times better than the original release, where it was kind of stiff in some areas. And then looking at the shoes, and they're just plain white with a bit of tan at the bottom. The blue pants, which don't really have anything to contrast, I think. Only just besides the top of the button where it's at. The chest area, you could kind of see is kind of distinctive for what it is of Denji's build. And the blades also have a nice detail of blood on it and the chainsaw on its head. And the back of the shirt that's flowing, and I kind of wish this was a soft goods and not a plastic, but I'm not here to complain about this. But thankfully, the flowing piece on this is really a soft plastic and not on the figure itself, so you can basically just detach the arms and use soft goods. But me, I don't have it right now, nor the money, so yeah. And also the note about it is that the body of it is not really shiny in some areas. Well, I mean, the pants is kind of shiny. When you get to the top place, they use more of a matte finish, which is good, but also on the head it's like a bit of a shiny plastic, and so as this part of the chainsaws, and these two are also kind of a what's it called? Yeah, silverish paint metal, which I like, and yeah. And the amount of accessories this guy comes with is decently amounted, I guess, but hey, it's Chainsaw Man, so what do you expect? And it comes with the open mouth with the tongue sticking out accessory. And it comes with relaxed hands, and then the fist arms it also comes with. Lastly, we have these gripping kind of hands. I don't really know what you call these exactly, but overall the accessories are just the same exact ones as from the original release, so nothing really different about this compared to the original. And if you have the original Deji release from SHFiguarts, then yes, they can also be switched out from the chainsaw arms to regular arms. But I kind of wish they included the chainsaw whips whenever he usually gets reset in the movie, but I guess that's a little bit too hard. But I hope they bring it back for at least a, I don't know, exclusive or a battle set or something like how the Luffy is. Or, yeah. And the figure actually can move this much upward, which is surprisingly better than the original, and can move this much down, which is also surprising since this is a brand new mold. And as we take a look, if we take the jaw off, we see there's a new peg in there, which gives it more range of articulation, which is a big step from the original release, which I don't think right now. And as you can see, this one can move way more higher than this one. And as you notice, both the chainsaw heads are, this is a slightly more oranger and this is slightly less oranger, which I like this one more than the original. If they were to make a re-release of this guy, I feel like they should use the same parts for this one as to this one to make it a little bit more better. And the side-to-side movement is way more better than the original because it used to be way more tighter on the joint than less. This is more better, in my opinion. And for the shoulders, they could go this much up. Oh, yeah, they can. I mean, this is how much they can go up for. But I heard some instances where these actually broke off. I'll show pictures on screen right now. So be careful with that. I say heat it up for if it's tight on it. There is a ball joint at this area of the figure, and also here on the elbow, which also has a hinge joint right here at the elbow. And the butterfly joint is kind of limited to this area of the plastic. As we can see, without the soft plastic, it's way more better without it. So I say I might get a soft goods for this just to make it a bit more better. And also it's applied well to the back, being less like, what's it called, restricted from the plastic of this, from this piece. But the part that really caught my attention is the range at the torso, which it bends way down, which is really good because the original was restricted by this piece, which was really hard plastic that really didn't give it much range. In the same way, kind of goes for the back, kinda, but it's kind of restricted from the piece of the back of it too. And while tilting it, it is literally buttery smooth. It is nothing restricted nor squeaky at all. Even out of the box, there was no defects with this area at all, which is a good thing. And the side motion is really good too. It's really nothing restricted from it because of it being way more better than the original. And the reason being is because when you take this out, there's nothing restricted, just a ball peg. There's nothing really restricted from it, which gives it a good ridge articulation without making it look ugly if it's shown. You know, as soon as much back, it doesn't show in the back. But as much front, but it shows on the front, which is a big improvement from the original. And onto the legs, they can move this much high, and honestly that's really decent and really good from the original, because original did not have as much leg movement, I'm guessing, maybe, don't know. But the back movement is also good because of this piece not being a hard plastic and is a soft plastic. And the outward range is really amazing. It can really do splits, and I guess this also means you could get way more better poses with this figure as well. And this figure also has a thigh swivel right here at the leg, and the leg you can bend really nicely back with a double hinge joint. And the ankle movement can really do nicely from this new ball peg, which really is nice, and a good pivot too. And lastly, it has a hinge right here at the sneakers. This figure's articulation really gives it a better value of what you're getting out of this figure. You're getting a good range of articulation, nothing really limited at some parts of the area of the Chainsaw Man figure, which is good. Not like the original where it was kind of limited at some parts. Overall, all the pegs, they are perfect. Nothing's really bad, nothing's really too stiff, everything's perfect. Well, this part was kind of loose whenever I got it, but I fixed it, and it's less loose, as you can see. And for a Chainsaw Man figure, this is going to be way more better for posers that really like Chainsaw Man and to get way more dynamic poses with this guy. Here he is next to the SHFiguarts Denji figure. Next is the SHFiguarts Aki Hayakawa figure. But honestly, the SHFiguarts Chainsaw Man from Mizark is really perfect for what you're getting. So I say, this is really the best Chainsaw Man figure we have of 2026, and I say, you should get it if you're a fan of Chainsaw Man, honestly. But honestly, I'm excited for the new SHFiguarts reze and Bomb Hybrid figure that's coming out later this year. But to wrap up this review, thank you guys for watching. Hit the like and subscribe button if you want more of these reviews to come out. And also, SHFiguarts, where's SHFiguarts be at? But anyway, see y'all and goodbye.